infrared heating system and a convective heating system into one space heater. Eric, these two technologies, they work together to heat a home better than your current furnace, boiler, baseboard heat, and other space heaters. By using two forms of heating technology to heat a room, the Gen 40 heater makes you feel warmer and reduces your heating bill. Never be cold again and save money month after month with the Heating Cure. Right now, you can get an additional $50 off the Gen 40 sale price with our discount code REDEYE50. Go to EdenPureDeals.com, enter the discount code REDEYE50. EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE50. And that gets you free shipping too. Eric Garley here from my friends at Valley Chrome Plating. Drivers, that you're looking to outshine everyone rolling down the road, head to Valley Chrome Plating, your one-stop shop for premium chrome bumpers and accessories. Their full line of industry-leading truck accessories are available for all makes and models. Valley Chrome has the highest quality parts, made with the highest standards, and made right here in the USA. Nothing shines like Valley Chrome. Family-owned and operated, Valley Chrome Plating has been putting a shine on America since 1961. Go to valleychrome.com today. Valleychrome.com.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we are proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1,000,000 miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Shopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cash Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
You know, truck drivers play a critical role in our economy, hauling almost everything we buy. These men and women are the unsung heroes and the backbone of America. When our heroes need support, they turn to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund. The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is a 501c3 truck driver charity that steps in to cover necessity household items when an injury or illness takes a driver off the road. Learn more and donate today at truckersfund.org. That's truckersfund.org.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama. A Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The city of Memphis is bracing for release of body cam video later today, allegedly showing police beating a driver who died 3 days after a traffic stop.
Family and friends of Tyree Nichols gathered Thursday for a candlelight vigil at the skate park that he loved. Tyree's mother, Robot Wells, with a message for those who will view the video that she calls horrific.
I want each and every one of you to protest in peace. I don't want us burning up our cities.
A heavy police presence is expected all over Memphis. Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner.
We're not prepared for things to get violent because we're not hoping that things get violent. Sure, we have to do some preparation.
Chris Fox for CBS News, Memphis.
Officials in San Francisco are expected to release body cam footage today of the hammer attack on former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband. Prosecutors wanted it kept secret. Paul Pelosi was asleep in the couple's bedroom when an intruder broke in. The suspect, David DePatt, pleaded not guilty to attempted murder. This is sentencing day for another January 6th rioter.
33-year-old Julian Cater pleaded guilty to using a chemical spray on Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick just hours before the officer died. Sicknick's family believes Cater is primarily responsible for his death and is urging the judge to give him a harsh sentence. Prosecutors are asking for more than 7 years. Many Capitol Police officers will be attending the sentencing today. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
The National Archives is asking all former presidents and vice presidents to double-check their files for sensitive material. Face the Nation's Margaret Brennan spoke with Senate Intelligence Committee Vice Chair Marco Rubio, who's pushing for more information about the documents already discussed. discovered.
I don't know how congressional oversight on the documents, actually knowing what they are, in any way impedes an investigation. These are probably materials we already have access to. We just don't know which ones they are.
In Southern California, the Santa Ana winds were so powerful, they flipped this man's big rig in Ontario.
We were all in traffic going around the loop right here, and the stuff started to lift up. All over. It wasn't like the Wizard of Oz. It was definitely terrifying.
He had to break the glass to get out of his cab. The men's finals all set at the Australian Open. Novak Djokovic has won his semi against American Tommy Paul to move on to Sunday's championship against number 3 seed Stefanos Tsitsipas. Djokovic's father did not attend today's match after he was connected to spectators who brought banned Russian flags to Melbourne Park. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I love working on my cars, but I wish I had more space for my shop.
Give General Steel a call. In business for over 30 years and with over 5,000 five-star customer reviews, General Steel can help with projects ranging from RV storage and garages to churches, workshops, and even major construction for Fortune 500 companies. And all General Steel custom buildings are backed by our 50-year warranty.
But that's got to cost a fortune.
Actually, General Steel buildings are more affordable than other building options. And thanks to our highly efficient construction, you can go from dreaming it to enjoying it in no time.
I need to give the General a call. How do I get more information?
Call 866-96-STEEL or visit mygeneralsteel.com to find out what General Steel can do for your home or business. That's 866-96-STEEL. Our team will answer your questions and offer you a customized quote. Just call 866-967-8335 now or mygeneralsteel.com.
An attorney with ties to former President Trump is facing disciplinary charges.
The State Bar says it intends to seek John Eastman's disbarment. It's accusing him of assisting efforts by former President Trump to overturn the legitimate results of the 2020 election. The charges allege that Eastman made false and misleading statements at the January 6, 2021 rally in Washington that preceded the insurrection at the Capitol. Eastman disputes the charges. He says the State Bar has become politicized. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
A gift for Swifties this morning. Taylor Swift released a music video for Lavender Haze at midnight. It's the third from her latest album called Midnights. It shows Swift floating on a lilac cloud and swimming in a pool of purple water as she sings the song's catchy chorus. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
How do you and your staff get things done? Teamwork. When a team works together, they can do anything. That's why all of us at Janny King, the King of Clean, are excited to team up with you. At Janny King, our team has been working together for over 35 years, cleaning your places for work, education, medical attention, eateries, stadiums, and worship. Let our team help your team. Go to JannyKingCleans.com and trust your clean to the king. That's JannyKingCleans.com. Janny King, the King of Clean.
Hey, good morning. You're headed to the airport, right?
Yeah, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upsell. It's free up that gives you cash back with every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Actually, I don't anything.
I'm just hanging out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know the door was closed. Good morning.
That's good. That's because I ain't got no light, you know. So.
This is Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff Branca with Chappie's Deli. Mike, let's talk soup. Our homemade chicken and rice soup.
Miss Dolly's recipe. It's so good. Anytime, but especially when the weather changes.
People come and buy it by the quart when it's cold outside.
And chicken and rice soup combos with a sandwich can't be beat.
and it has magical healing properties.
Whoa, Jeff, you can't say that on the radio.
But Gramps, when we were sick, my Nina would make a batch, and we were fine in no time. Shoot, it will cure
Fine in no
Jeff,
time.
you can't say that either. How about it almost works like magic and almost cures anything? Jeff, but it worked. Every time she made it, it worked. I promise.
Come to any Chappie's Deli location and get Miss Dolly's homemade chicken and rice soup.
It's a magic elixir.
Get your magic elixir, aka Miss Dolly's homemade chicken and rice soup at Chappie's Deli, Perry Hill, Prattville, Pepper Tree, Baptist South Tower, and Auburn.
Face it, you've been borrowing your buddy's tractor long enough. It's time to get your own John Deere from SunSouth. And SunSouth makes owning a John Deere easy and affordable with financing as low as 0% interest. Right now, you can drive off in a 1-Series tractor with loader starting around $200 a month. But watch out, if you have a John Deere, your friends may start appearing out of nowhere. For quality John Deere equipment, visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that do.
Don't miss Sean Hannity. Biden Incoherently Adheres live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440. Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle. My company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blind shades and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Cold day in progress. Sunshine buys us only low to mid-50s later on this afternoon. Another cold one will drop down to near 30 degrees, upper 20s in some of the outlying areas. 60 on Saturday with more sun and clouds. A nice day. We'll drop down to near 40 Saturday night with an increasingly cloudy sky. Those clouds bring rain. Yeah, rain heavy at times. Maybe clouds of thunder, no severe weather, but very wet by Sunday. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery, right now things are looking good. Your Friday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area and Glen, Albany, Greenville. Keep listening. We will keep you posted. Invisible Fence has an indoor and outdoor system. Not only do they keep your pet safe, but they also have the perfect start training method that makes all the difference. Call Vicky at Invisible Fence, 265-2585.
Call me. Oh, yeah. You'll lose the thing.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. Alabama representatives have reintroduced a divisive concept bill ahead of the legislative session. If passed, the bill would ban concepts related to race.
And if you lose me, oh yeah, you'll lose everything.
The man and woman charged in the murder of Lamar Wiggins are back in Alabama in the recent material. Wiggins is known to overlap with young well for 11 years until she was identified last week. Lamar and Ruth Bickerstaff were living in Jacksonville, Florida. Lamar Bickerstaff, the child's father, is charged with murder, and Ruth Bickerstaff, the child's stepmother, is charged with failure with murder. Selma's police chief, Kenneth Wolford, is now on administrative leave with pay. Mayor James Perkins says the chief will remain on leave pending a pre-disciplinary hearing. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning.
Cashback is not available on Cass, New Jersey, Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now, but I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code HOT for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code HOT for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code.
You know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Did you know 1 in 4 vet visits involve skin and coat issues? 70% of your pet's immune system is based in your gut. Dinovite nutritional supplement has key nutrients for your pet's digestive tract, skin and coat, and immune system for an all-around healthier pet. Get a free probiotics booster with your purchase of Dinovite for dogs by using code DOG at Dinovite.com.
Happier with every bite. That's help with Dinovite. Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like
There
something
used
you
to
can
be
do.
money in here.
Medishare.
Now there's none. What did I do with it?
$500
What did I do with the money?
Are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
It's Friday. Yes. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again. For once again, you're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning. It's time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something to change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is January the 27th, 2023 AD. Today's daily bread scripture insight comes from Psalms 103, 8 through 12. But Psalms 103 and 9 says, he will always accuse you, he will not always accuse, nor will he harbor his anger forever. Psalms 103 and 9. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Mercy for You and Me. Good morning to you. And again, it is January the 27th. It is a day that has never been. And like all the other days of old, it is a day that shall never, ever come again. Once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And you don't get to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, January the 27th, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done on this day. If you've lived a while, no doubt you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace and mercy of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day, January the 27th, 2023. It is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, whatever we do, we should try our best to reach back and lend a hand to somebody else along the way. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can. But you never, ever give up. You never quit. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, walk. If you cannot walk, crawl. Well, whatever you do, keep moving forward. My mother said, nothing beats a failure. Not a thing, but a try. One foot in front of the other. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. And no matter what happens this day, remember this. It is a great day, a fantastic day to be alive. Good morning, Montgomery. Mercy for you and me. That's our daily read for this day, January 27th, 2023 AD.
Welcome to today's encouragement from your friends at Our Daily Bread. The devotional writer for today is Arthur Jackson, and he's given us Mercy for You. One of the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic was the docking of cruise ships and the quarantining of passengers. The Wall Street Journal featured an article that included interviews of some of the tourists, commenting about how being quarantined provided more opportunities for conversations. One passenger joked how his spouse, who possessed an excellent memory, was able to bring up every transgression he ever had and sensed she wasn't done yet. Accounts like this may make us smile, remind us of our humanness, and serve to caution us if we are prone to hold too tightly to the things we should release. Yet what helps us to be kindly disposed to those who hurt us? Glimpses of our great God, as he's portrayed in passages like Psalm 103, verses 8 through 12. The Message's rendering of verses 8 through 10 is noteworthy. God is sheer mercy and grace, not easily angered. He's rich in love. He doesn't endlessly nag and scold, nor hold grudges forever. He doesn't treat us as our sins deserve, nor pay us back in full for our wrongs. Asking for God's help as we prayerfully read Scripture can cause us to have second thoughts about ill-conceived payback or plans to punish. And it can prompt prayers for ourselves and for those we may be tempted to harm by withholding grace, mercy, and forgiveness. Hear the word of the Lord. This is today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading, Psalm 103, verses 8 through 12. The Lord is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in love. He will not always accuse, nor will he harbor his anger forever. He does not treat us as our sins deserve, or repay us according to our iniquities. For as high as the heavens are above the earth, so great is his love for those who fear him. As far as the east is from the west, so far has he removed our transgressions from us. Join me in this simple word of prayer. God of mercy, kindness, and forgiveness, would you please help us to extend grace and mercy to those who've caused us pain? And it's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening in today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Okay, it's time to rise and shine. Shut up!
Here we go.
Here we go.
All the way.
All the way.
Gotta be
rough and tough.
rough and tough.
Airborne.
Airborne.
Every day.
We
Oh,
run,
yeah.
we run to the sun, no sweat.
Uh-huh.
Not yet,
Oh, yeah.
not yet.
Down in the mess hall on my knees. Come on for it, Benny. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans.
Nothing to eat but a can of beans.
The bread was moldy and the meat was bad. No PT today, though. Aren't you glad? Mm-hmm. You know darn well that we can't eat that.
Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go.
Here we go.
All the way.
All the way.
Gotta be
rough and tough.
rough and tough.
Airborne.
Airborne.
All the way.
All the way.
When I was young, always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving.
It's Friday. Like it's like a holiday or something.
Airborne, all the way driving on, driving on. Early one morning.
In the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light gleam to the green blow.
All the way airborne, airborne.
And it's a great day to be a paratrooper.
All the way airborne, airborne.
To all my paratrooper friends out there, good morning to you. Soldiers of the sky.
All the way.
All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. All the way. Okay then. No PT today. Sorry about that. We know it's Friday. We don't do PT on Friday. We don't play that. Okay, but we do still honor our armed forces of the United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. And along with the Montgomery Police Department, who did a good job of getting a few guns off the streets yesterday and stuff like that. Appreciate that, Chief. At least those guns won't kill anybody. At least we hope not anyway. Good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department. Good morning, guys. No matter how cold it is, no matter how warm it is, no matter if it's raining, sleet, or snowing, they're out there to get the job done. I think they ought to get another raise. Okay, let's not go overboard with that. Good morning to Alabama National Guard. Good morning, Sergeant Major Rasmussen. Good morning. I don't know who the AG is out there, but good morning to him too. Yeah, since I'm the officers too much. And good morning to the Montgomery Maintenance Department. Don't want to forget those guys. Did I forget anybody? Oh, yeah. I got to pucker up. Hey, good morning, Mr. Mayor, Stephen Reed, the Honorable Stephen Reed of the city of Montgomery. Is he in town? Anybody know? I mean, he stays gone more than he stays here most of the time. Is he in town? I don't know. But if you see him, tell him I said good morning to him. We are Yes, I do have an audio presentation today. Yeah, I did. Before the lessons of life. Yeah, we got something like that. Yeah, that's coming. You know it is. It's Friday. I try to leave you guys something on Friday that'll make you think over the weekend. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And again, it is a great day to be alive on top of the ground. And the ground's not on top of you. Okay, I gotta warn you guys, Z's gonna be on the streets of Montgomery today driving, so y'all just might need to slow down when you see him. And yesterday in the Montgomery public school system, one more time, something happened that should not have happened. It was way out of control. But we'll get to that next hour. Of course, there's so many times now I'm not even surprised. You know, I do not know, and this is just a question because I really don't know. I don't know if Lee High School has the most incompetent leadership in the history of schools, or are the students really that bad? Of course, not all the students are bad, because I know some of them are pretty good kids. But do we have is that the most incompetent school of leadership in the city, in the public school system? Now, I'll tell you why a little later on this morning. I'm trying to stay off of them, but my Lord, they make it too easy over there. They just make it too easy to have something to say about it. But anyway, it is 6:27 in the morning. We'll come back with the lessons of life, word of the day, and my piece from TD. Hey, TD puts out some pretty good stuff. So next week I'm gonna lay off TD for a while, but I do have this one I think you ought to hear. Anyway, so we'll be back right now at 6:28 in the morning. So if it's time to rise and stuff, you got to be there by 7 o'clock. You got 32 minutes by which to arrive. We'll be back right after this.
WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440. Sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and my company is Blindster.com. I started Blindster in 2010 to provide custom blinds, shades, and shutters at affordable prices. Our blinds are easy to install and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive professional. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Cold day in progress. Sunshine buys us only low to mid-50s later on this afternoon. Another cold one will drop down to near 30 degrees, upper 20s in some of the outlying areas. 60 on Saturday with more sun and clouds. A nice day will drop down to near 40 Saturday night with an increasingly cloudy sky. Those clouds bring rain. Yeah, rain heavy at times. Maybe a few of thunder, no severe weather, but very wet by Sunday. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Friday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area from Clanton, Albany, Greenville. Keep listening. We will keep you posted. Invisible Fence has an indoor and outdoor system. Not only do they keep your pet safe, but they also have the perfect start training method that makes all the difference. Call Vicki at Invisible Fence, 265-2585. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
When you're losing a game, wouldn't it be nice to flip a switch and make that game never happen? That's exactly what's going on right now in Dota 2. It was recently discovered that players could manipulate the game to cause the server to crash whenever they wanted. This led to players intentionally causing the game to crash whenever they were losing a ranked match so that they wouldn't have their rank lowered. If you were winning a 70-minute match and the game crashed, how mad would you be?
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
All right, people, let's get this meeting started. Where are the chairs? Gone. Research shows standing meetings are quicker. What research is that? Topic 1. CDW helped us deploy Mac supercharged by Apple Silicon for the way we work now. So how's their speed? Fast. Battery life? Long. Cyber threat protection? Strong. Ownership costs? Low. Great. This meeting adjourned. Wow, that was fast. Yep, that's the research.
With Mac configured by CDW, a solution that works for everyone isn't just possible, it's powerful. Find out more at cdw.com/getmac.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey, Wisconsin. Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WIN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WIN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WIN.
One search engine is used by 9 out of 10 consumers. Int, the name begins with a G.
And there are hundreds of things that go into being ranked highly by that engine. Your website, your business profile, even your social accounts. A couple of slip-ups and you find yourself on page 7. But at Cumulus Boost, we have the experts and resources to fix what's wrong and boost your findability so you can rank higher than your competition. Get started today at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS boost.com.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack!
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And we are back. Good morning to you. It's 6:34 in the morning. A little bit of something for you to hopefully you'll get something out of this presentation. It's by T.D. Jakes. And well, I'll let you listen to it. And then, now next week, we're going to have a bunch of new ones. But I had to get this one in one more again. I know. If 50 were here, he would tell me, your vocabulary is atrocious. Actually, it's quite extensive, but sometimes I'm like Rick Rigsby. Sometimes I got to get down in and, on the ground and stir it up a little bit, put a little okra in it and stuff like that, things like that to make sure everybody understands. Anyway, here we go.
On what you lost, you will never count up what you have left. Your future is never predicated on what you lost. It's predicated on what you have left. What you have left is enough to build something greater than where you are. And you have all the rich experiences that come through the atrocities you survived. You're stronger. You're wiser. You've proven things to yourself that you couldn't have learned any other way, that you could overcome everything that happened to you. So start looking ahead. Nobody drives forward looking in the rearview mirror. Understanding that and surging ahead with what you have been given and to appreciate time. I have a work ethic that they say is incredible. I mean, I can hang with the best of them when it comes to doing what has to be done. But I got it from watching my father, well and then sick. He kept going. He kept moving. He kept producing all the way out. Work ceases to be work when you start to love it. When you love what you do, when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So you love it. That doesn't mean you don't get tired. That doesn't mean you should take vacation. That doesn't mean you should have self-care, all of that. But self-care only has so much. After a while, you get tired of that saying, on your back, and you say, okay, I gotta do something, because we were made to be productive and creative and resourceful. And I want to tell every entrepreneur listening at me, if at first you don't succeed, try again. And if you don't succeed that time, try again. And if you don't succeed that time, try again. And if you don't succeed that time, write a book about what you learned from how you failed. There's always something to do with what you have experienced. My legacy is pouring whatever I experienced into who's listening. That is my legacy. That's proof that I was here. If at the end of this interview and the end of reading my book, I added something to your life that made you build a table out of a tree, then I built it too. Then whenever anybody asks you about the table, you'll tell them about this guy you met in the interview. You know, that's how we have survived for centuries. That's how my people withstood slavery and the atrocities of our lives. Because in the midst of all of the horrendous things we experienced, we still clapped our hands and we still sang our songs and we still managed to be creative, and we are still here. So don't tell me about trouble through hanging nooses and rapes and burnings and killings. We sang. And my legacy is that you dance and sing and survive and do something. I'm not saying that you won't have opposition and trouble and tears. I don't have to write about that. That will find you on its own. Agony will always find you on its own. It's ecstasy that has to have your address on it. So I'm sending you the potential to go beyond agony to the ecstasy of fulfilling everything you were created to be. And that's my legacy. It's in the people that heard me and read my books and saw my movies and traveled around the world with me. It's in my children. When I'm writing, I'm actually imagining that I'm having this conversation, and my book reads like I'm talking to you. And you know that from reading it. It sounds like we're having a conversation with a friend. I'm actually talking to you. I'm through the book. I didn't drop the mic, and don't you drop it either. And something of what I said will make it into your book. And something of what you said will make it into the book of the person who read it. And that's how we have progressed for centuries and eons and millenniums, because we passed the mic, we didn't drop it. If you lose your ability to hear, eventually it will affect your ability to speak, because there's a correlation between what the ear hears and what the mouth articulates. On the impetus of that ideology comes this tremendous premise of listening. Every great orator is a great listener. And I think we have lost not our ability to speak, not yet, but we have lost our ability to listen. Because the only thing we do is pause while we formulate our next approach to attack. And that's not listening, that's strategizing. But if we actually take the time to listen, most of us all want the same things. Most of us want to be loved. Most of us want to be appreciated. Most of us want to be accepted, flaws and all. Most of us, if we have children, want what's best for our children. Most of us are scared. Most of us are anxious and worried. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we communicate? We're better together than we are apart. And we don't have to agree about everything. But in the process of meeting, I found it's hard to hate somebody you understand. And in the process of meeting, your perspectives broaden, sometimes to the point that you are ejected from the tribe, because people who are not exposed are intimidated by people who are exposed. But people who are exposed, it's worth it to lose the sanctity of your citizenship and the tribe of how you describe yourself to enter into the broader world of a human experience before you die. I would hate to die in a zip code having never left the neighborhood that I was born in mentally, and not experience the world, France and Ethiopia and Australia and millennials and boomers and Gen Xers. There's something to be learned, and people of faith and people not of faith. We need to communicate to survive as a species. If you're going to be successful in business today, you cannot build your business around people like you. You have to build your business in a very broad, eclectic way, because the world is becoming broad and eclectic. And a narrow mind also causes you to be less successful at the end of your career, because you're niche marketing an item that could have a broad appeal if you didn't think within the prison of your own experiences.
It would be a shame to live and die in the same place you were born. I absolutely agree. Get outside your circumference. Me too. My circumference has gotten kind of small, so I've got to get out there. Get out there, challenge the world, and the world will challenge you. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. It's 6:43 in the morning. That means it's 15, 16, 17 minutes to the hour of 7 o'clock. If you live in Georgia or Florida, I guess like you 1 hour ahead of us, I guess, something like that, close to that anyway. All right, word of the day and the lessons of life. The lessons of life are things that we learn by living. We cannot learn them any other way. We have to put in the time. Military, we call it time and grade and time and service. Well, everybody don't get that, but everybody gets a little time in life. We call that TIF, okay? Lessons of life and the word of the day. The word of the day, of course, means to be rigidly firm or unyielding. And there are times in our lives where we need to be unyielding. You either stand for something or you'll fall for anything. And then there are times that one should not be so rigid and so unyielding. It is our quest to know when that time is in front of us. But the word that means that is adamantine. Adamantine. So here's how you use that word. You go up to Mr. Johnson at school, you say, Mr. Johnson, you sure are adamantine when it comes to all this testing. Adamantine. Okay, now he won't know what that means initially, but you be unstupefied him, and so he'll look it up. It means rigidly firm or unyielding. And that's a two-edged sword, because there are times that you need to be rigid and unyielding. And then there are times you need to be soft and bending. The wisdom of your life will tell you when that time is right for either one. Okay, so today's word of the day is adamantine, rigidly firm or unyielding. That is what the word of the day is. Now, the lessons of life today. Again, these are things you learn strictly by living. You can't figure it out. You can't figure these things out until you've gone through some things. Like I always say, it's like running a mile. Yeah, we see the people running up and down the road. We figure I could do that. How you know? Until you do it, you don't know. You're just dreaming. You don't know. You don't know what it's like to run a mile until you ran one. Okay, so take that crap someplace else. These are things you only can learn after living some time on God's green earth. Okay, so let's not fake the funk. like the folks used to say. Don't act like you've been there when you haven't been there. Okay, I'm just saying you might not want to do that. Okay. Anyway, so the lessons of life today, and today is the 27th day of January, one day after my sister in heaven's birthday. Lessons of life. It may be hard at times to get to where you are going, but I will tell you with 100% certainty, unequivocal fact, it is impossible to get there if you don't know where you want to go. So take some time, figure out where you want to go. You got to have a direction sometimes. I mean, you can walk out the house, sit on the porch, look at the board, and go left. Should I go left? Should I go right? Sooner or later, you've got to make the decision by which direction you must go, or else you'll sit there on the porch for the rest of your life and don't do anything. Again, it may be hard at times to get to where you are going. It is a journey, but it is impossible to get there if you don't know where you want to go. Take some time, figure that out. Yeah, figure that out. Take some time. I'm just saying, you might want to. And that is the lesson of life for today, January the 27th. All right, things that have happened in this world on this day. In 1916, during World War I, the British government passed the Military Service Act that introduces conscription in the United Kingdom. 1918, beginning of the Finnish Civil War on this day. 1924, 6 days after his death, Lenin's body is carried into a specially erected mausoleum. In 1927, Ibn Saud took the title of King of Nered, or close to it. 1939, the first flight of a Lockheed P-38 Lightning. Don't know what that is. I would imagine it's an airplane. In 1943, during World War II, the 8th Air Force sorties 91 B-17s and B-24s to attack the U-boat construction yards at Wilhelmshaven, Germany. Yeah, you didn't know I sprechen Sie Deutsch, did you? I know you didn't. This was the first American bombing attack on Germany in 1943. The year was 1944, World War II. The 900-day siege of Leningrad is lifted. 1945, on this day, during World War II, the Soviet 332nd Rifle Division liberates the remaining inmates of Auschwitz. Okay? Good for them. 1951, nuclear testing at the Nevada test site begins on Operation Ranger. 1961, on this day, the Soviet submarine, the S-80, sinks when its snorkel malfunctions, floating the boat. Okay, then. See, I didn't want to go in them boats. 1965, South Vietnamese premier, no sense me trying to kill his name, is removed by the military junta. Okay. 1967, Apollo program astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee are killed in a fire during a test of their Apollo 1 spacecraft at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. 1967, during the Cold War, the Soviet Union, the United States, and the United Kingdom signed the Outer Space Treaty in Washington, D.C., banning deployment of nuclear weapons in space, limiting the uses of the moon and other celestial bodies to peaceful purposes. Still haven't figured out why we keep going to the moon. I mean, what's up there? Unless they're not telling us something here. I'll figure it out later on. Okay? 1973 was the year the Paris Peace Accords officially ends the Vietnam War. Colonel William Node is killed in action, becoming the conflict's last recorded American combat casualty of that war. In 1980, American cooperation between the U.S. and Canadian governments, 6 American diplomats secretly escaped hostilities in Iran in the culmination of the Canadian Caper. 1983 was the year the pilot shaft of the Sinkin Tunnel, the world's longest subaqueous tunnel between the Japanese islands and Honshu and Hokkaido, are close to it, breaks through. In 1996, the military coup. Colonel Ibrahim, okay, I don't want to kill the guy's name, but you know his name. You can figure it out later on. Deposes the first democratically elected president of Niger. And we're going to leave that alone. 1996, Germany first observes the International Holocaust Remembrance Day. In 2002, an explosion at a military storage facility in Lagos, Nigeria, kills at least 1,100 people and displaces 20,000 others. In 2003, also on that day, the first selections of the National Recording Registry are announced by the Library of Congress. And in 2010, the 2009 Honduran constitutional crisis ends when Porfirio Lobo Sosa, close to it, became the new president of Honduras. In 2010, Apple, I know, it's almost like a lifetime ago, Apple announces the iPad. And of course, I had to be one of the first people to get one, I've had 8 since then, and it's a trick because they'll bring something out knowing they got better ones. So then they can charge us more money and call it a new model. I got you. And I've been buying them ever since. 2011, Arab Spring, Yemeni revolution begins as over 16,000 protesters demonstrate that process. Also in 2011, within Ursa Minor, H1504 plus 65, a white dwarf and the hottest known surface temperature in the universe at 200,000 K was documented. Wow, that's hot. Wow. 2013, 242 people died in a nightclub fire in a Brazilian city of Santa Maria in Rio Grande do Sul. In 2014, that was the year, the Rojava conquest, the Kobani Canton declares his autonomy from the Syrian Arab Republic. And also in 2017, a naming ceremony for a chemical element. Now, I don't want to make sure I get this wrong. It's a new chemical element. I guess it's called tennessine. Takes place in the United States. I don't really know what it is, but I'll tell you what it is later on. Okay, what is tennessine? I never heard of it. I'm not sure what that is. It looks kind of interesting. Does it make you rich or anything like that? I'm just asking the question. I don't know, but I never heard. I didn't know we had any more new chemicals. I thought we figured out all of them out by now. Okay, let's see. What is tennessine according to Wikipedia? Okay, it is a synthetic chemical element with the symbol T and a small s, and an atomic number of 117. It is the second heaviest known element. Okay, penultimate element of the 7th period. Okay, never mind. I'm not a chemist, but anyway, it's a new one. I don't know what it does. We'll figure that out as we go along. If we see a big mushroom cloud somewhere, we know that somebody didn't figure that out. Okay, but tennessine. I kept thinking I was Tennessee. Okay, but no, it's tennessine. And it's a new chemical. Okay, came out a while ago, and it came out. They named it in 2017. Always, and there's probably more. There's probably more chemicals out there that we don't know about. I mean, I don't know what they're putting in chicken. But when the chicken can be born one night and like 3 days later it's grown. I mean, they're putting something in the chicken. I don't know what it is, but something's in it. Anyway, other news comments. We're going to talk a little bit about what happened at Lee High School yesterday. They took my post down off Facebook. Well, they can't take it off the radio now, can they? Facebook. Why don't we get some competition for Facebook? Okay, I already got competition for Twitter, Truth Social, but I don't have any competition for Facebook. We need to come up with competition for Facebook. I get tired of my stuff going up there and getting put down. That's why I hardly put nothing on there. Anyway, according to the Montgomery County, according to the lead engineer at the Montgomery Whitewater Project, Scott Shipley, the project is 80% complete and it's on track for its Memorial Day weekend opening date. Wow, the years go by, don't they? Montgomery Whitewater is 80% complete. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out where it is. I know it's someplace in West Montgomery, but I'm not exactly sure where it is. I try to look at it when I'm coming up 65, see if I can see it, but maybe I got to stop going 85 miles an hour when I'm coming up that road. Maybe I stop and see. Okay. According to the lead engineer of the Montgomery Whitewater Project, Scott Shipley, the project is around 80% complete, and it's on track for its Memorial Day weekend opening. Okay. Crews are entering the final stage of construction. Everything we do from here on out is to tidy up what you see out there, he said. Scott Shipley, the lead engineer. Shipley says, let me make sure we get this right. Shipley says a 120-acre site will soon have sod and landscaping. The retail spaces and the restaurants are also nearing completion. The world-class outdoor recreation facility will feature whitewater rafting and kayaking, a full-service restaurant and bar with indoor and outdoor seating, rock climbing. Now that's the one I haven't quite figured out yet. The rock climbing. Why you want to climb a rock? I don't. I kind of like why you want to climb a mountain. I guess because it's there. Zip lining. I don't exactly know what zip lining is. Like a zip line, what we did in the Army when they made us go from one end of this thing back to the other. Does anybody know? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Walking and hiking trails and an outdoor amphitheater for performances and concerts. Well, hopefully it won't be like the one we got downtown every time it rains or floods. I'm just saying. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that maybe we might want to, make sure that it can handle the rain when it comes. Okay, I'm just saying. Of course, it's in a whitewater park thing, so I'm thinking that probably it can handle the rain. Okay, and I hope it's an amphitheater that has some shade on it, so when it's hot outside, I ain't got to sit out there and get hot. Okay, all right, that's it.
FA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. Alabama representatives have reintroduced a divisive concepts bill ahead of the legislative session. If passed, the bill would ban concepts related to race, religion, sex, and ethnicity from being taught in public classrooms. A similar ban is already in the Alabama School Code, and if passed, this would cement it into law. The man and woman charged in the murder of Amore Wiggins are back in Alabama in the Lee County Jail. Wiggins was known as Opelika Jane Doe for 11 years until she was identified last week. Lamar and Ruth Bickerstaff were living in Jacksonville, Florida. Lamar Bickerstaff, the child's father, is charged with murder, and Ruth Bickerstaff, the child's stepmother, is charged with failure to report. Selma's Police Chief Kenneth Wolford is now on administrative leave with pay. Mayor James Perkins says the chief will remain on leave pending a pre-disciplinary hearing. I'm Jasmine Williams, and these are your morning headlines.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The family of a Memphis driver who died 3 days after a traffic stop is asking for calm as the city gets ready to release police body cam video today of the beating he allegedly received by officers. Tyree Nichols' mother, Rayvon Wells.
I didn't see it, but from what I hear, it's going to be horrific.
All 5 former officers have been charged with second-degree murder. Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy tells CBS Mornings.
It was important for the charges to be announced prior to the release of the video, and for expectations to be set, and for people in the community with credibility to call for calm.
Also today, officials in San Francisco will release body cam footage of the hammer attack on former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul.
I don't even know if I will see it. I mean, it would be a very hard thing to see an assault on my husband's life.
Prosecutors say Paul Pelosi was asleep at the couple's home when someone broke in. The suspect, David DePape, has pleaded not guilty. A U.S. raid in Somalia has killed a key ISIS figure. Correspondent Cammie McCormick.
The U.S. raid killed Bilal al-Sudani. U.S. officials say troops descended on a cave complex in the mountains of northern Somalia to capture him, but there was resistance, and he and 10 others were killed. He was believed responsible for helping to fund ISIS operations around the world, including in Afghanistan. The operation to capture him was months in the planning.
The Global Chemical Weapons Watchdog reporting its investigators have found reasonable grounds to believe Syria's Air Force dropped 2 cylinders of chlorine gas on the city of Douma in 2018. 43 people died. The organization's director calls it an unacceptable breach of international law. The FDA is easing restrictions on who can donate blood.
The new approach eliminates rules that target gay men and instead focuses on sexual behaviors by people of any gender who may pose a higher risk of transmitting HIV. Under the proposed guidelines, gay and bisexual men in monogamous relationships will now be allowed to donate blood, reversing restrictions that have been in place for decades. Stacey Lynn, CBS News, Washington.
Last week's rainstorms caused massive devastation in California, but they brought good news for farmers, boosting reservoirs, providing more water to farmers who've been battling drought. Donald Seymour with Sonoma Water.
It really took that type of sequential number of storms to really saturate the watershed and create just a huge amount of runoff into the 2 reservoirs, which are basically now both fully recovered.
This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Attention business owners. Stop throwing your hard-earned money away on rent. Imagine owning your own building and saving thousands every year. Sound impossible? Not if you use General Steel. General Steel can help you save thousands by owning your own custom-designed building. Just call 888-74-STEEL or visit mygeneralsteel.com to see how much money you can save with General Steel. Our buildings come with a 50-year warranty, and thousands of companies, from Fortune 500 corporations to startups, have trusted the General with their building needs.
If you need to expand or start a new business, you really need General Steel.
I'm very impressed with General Steel. Everyone's been extremely helpful. I'd recommend General Steel to anyone looking to build a steel mill.
Stop wasting money on rent. Call 888-74-STEEL. That's 888-74-STEEL. Or visit mygeneralsteel.com to find out about all our popular quick construction kits, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building. Just call 888-747-8335 now or mygeneralsteel.com.
Inmates on Texas death row are suing the prison system.
The inmates are suing over a policy of mandatory and indefinite solitary confinement for all prisoners awaiting execution, saying it causes severe physical and psychological harm. Inmates are confined to 8 by 12-foot cells for all but 2 hours a day. The class action lawsuit filed in Houston on behalf of 182 male inmates says solitary confinement addresses no legitimate security or penological need and serves no purpose but to heighten the mental anguish of inmates. Linda Kenyon, CBS News.
In New Zealand, the road to today's Elton John concert didn't end well. Tens of thousands of fans had already arrived at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland when torrential rain and wild weather canceled his farewell show just before the singer was set to take the stage. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Siri,
Is your foot pain becoming a hassle?
how old is Elton John?
Can't go shopping without limping down the aisles. I'm Dr. Brian.
Elton John is 75
years old. With specialized training in endoscopic procedures.
You get all that money.
Most diagnostic procedures can be performed right in the
Goodbye, yellow brick road.
place to place. So don't run around town to fix your feet.
Anybody ask you? Anybody ask you where I'm going? Where I'm going to?
Where doctors' profiles, directions to the office, hours of operation, and new patient paperwork are all just a click away. You can also find useful information on common foot conditions and services that we provide. I'm Dr. Brian Kelly with Happy Feet.
Goodbye, yellow brick road.
Services to be performed or ask to the expertise of the
Here's whose birthday?
This is Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff Barenka with Chappie's Deli.
Let's talk about Chappie's Deli casseroles.
We need to, because we hear all the time, you have casseroles?
Yes, poppy seed chicken, chicken parmesan, wild rice and mushroom.
And don't forget the spaghetti casserole.
Sorry to interrupt. Just walking by and heard you talking about Chappie's Deli.
Happy birthday to you.
I picked up Chappie's casseroles all the time. People coming from the hospital, family gatherings, way better than flowers.
Wait, what about the commercial?
I've got it from here, Mike. I can talk Chappie's casseroles all day. I can just call ahead and come by and pick it up. My favorites are the poppy seed chicken, and the spaghetti, and the chicken parm, and the rolls are included.
Order your Chappie's casseroles to go at your favorite Chappie's Deli today. Chappie's Deli, Baptist South Tower, Perry Hill, Pepper Tree, Prattville, and Auburn.
Face it, you've been borrowing your buddy's tractor long enough. It's time to get your own John Deere from SunSouth. And SunSouth makes owning a John Deere easy and affordable with financing as low as 0%. Right now, you can drive off in a 1-Series tractor with loaded starting at $100 a month. Watch out, if you have a John Deere, your friends may start appearing out of nowhere. Borrow John Deere equipment. Visit SunSouth. Equipment for those that need it.
Restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Expires January 31, 2023.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
All right, this goes out to the Hooks sisters. They're twins. Today is their birthday. Anybody's got a birthday today? My sister's birthday was yesterday, Roxanne, but she's in heaven now, so hopefully she'll get the word I gave it. I said happy birthday to her. All right then. So happy birthday. And if January is your birthday month, happy birthday to you also. Okay. Anybody else got a birthday out there this morning? Okay, I'm just saying. Let me know. No, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not giving anything away because it's your birthday. I'm not putting $1 on your chest and any of that stuff. No, we ain't going that. No. You should be giving money away for being thankful to still be here. No, I'm not giving anything away. But who knows? I may change my mind. Good. Happy birthday, Camilla and Carmen, or however y'all pronounce y'all's first names. Look like about the same name to me. Maybe got one letter change in there. I don't know. 7:08 in the morning. Happy birthday to everybody that was born in the month of January, and you're still on top of the ground, and the ground is not on top of you. Okay, then. That's pretty good. I like that. Yeah, happy birthday to you, everybody. I got to start doing that once a month, though, just to make sure. We got to, listen, it is an honor and a blessing to still be here on top of the ground. Anyway, so what am I going to talk about this morning? Okay, well, everybody knows by now what happened at Lee High School yesterday, right? I mean, if Lee High School, now here's my problem. Everybody, and plus I got to get to the Perry Hooper thing again because the person, I got too much stuff to talk about today. But, well, okay, let me see who this is. Not that I don't know who this is, but I know who it is. Good morning, Ed. Oh, it ain't Ed. Oh, no. How's that possible? Well, of course, now that's the purview of the private businesses who decide where they want to. But wouldn't and listen? As a matter of pragmatism, I agree with you to a certain extent. But isn't it the business people who have the businesses that decide where they want to go, where they can make the most money? But we don't know. I mean, but we don't know that though. We really don't know. You know, yeah. When I well now I have been undergoing some DEI training from corporate that tells me that I should tell people to go to the black people store and do some business. So yeah, you might be right. I don't know. Listen, now I will tell you, if you look at a map of Montgomery, if you go to the city's website and look at a map and look at the crime statistics and the crime report, you will find that our part of town is overwhelmed with criminality. Right. Okay. Hey, run that by the mayor. See what they say or the Chamber of Commerce. I appreciate it. It's hard getting the Chamber of Commerce. Getting now the guy who's in charge of the Chamber of Commerce now is a lawyer, who we gonna maybe we'll see if we can get him up here. Yeah, Willie Durham is the only guy that would come up here, when he was chaired the chamber and talk to us. I mean, it's difficult to get these people to come up and talk. I mean, they're supposed to represent us and do things for us, but they won't hardly ever talk to us. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, I'm doing pretty good. I hope that's where she is. Yeah. I mean, I don't, I don't have any heaven to put anybody in. So yeah. Ed, I hear you, but Ed, I hear you. I hear you. But you say the same thing every morning. Okay, I mean, there's got to be more words in that Bible than that, because we ain't gonna agree on this one. I mean, you listen. You keep it the way you want it. I say it the way I want to say it, and when you get your radio show, you can come on the air and say it any kind of way you want to. I ain't mad at you. Okay, that's enough. See you later. All right, see you later. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm, yeah. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Now he did get killed. Yeah. Yeah. He did get killed. Five black police officers. That's a white man killed him. See, if a white man kill you, If you white man kids, that's called for killing, burning down your city, burning down your store. Yeah, 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 yeah. These black men, yeah, black police officers, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we don't hear much about it. Yeah, you don't hear much about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand. Watch some language. Now okay, we got kids headed to school now. Watch that language. Yeah. Well, no, we're not, because our lives only seem to have value if a white guy kills us. No, but I'm just saying. But that's the way it is. We will be rioting and yeah, yeah. Me too. Yeah, yeah. We don't. I guess we were so used to it happening. Yeah, five of them. I mean, beat the hell out of this child. Yeah. And I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Wait. Every human being has one leg, I mean, two legs and two arms. We got five police officers. I don't know why each police officer, one grab a leg, one grab an arm, one grab another leg, one grab another arm, and why you cannot subdue a suspect without beating the hell out of him. Yes, they have preconceived notions too. But listen, it's a tough job. They got it. But five people beating the hell out of they probably won't be charged with a hate crime, So, but I think they ought to be. I mean, five of them. Yeah, five of them. I don't know. But it is an amazing thing that we are not. The country is not burning up cities and towns. We're not yanking people off their car, which is good. Which is good. I ain't saying it's not good, but it does seem that the Black Lives Matter people only come out. And again, that's their modus operandi. You know, but why they're not out when black folks kill five black police officers kill a child? I don't understand that. And this ain't part of my thing anyway. But anyway, good morning. Who's this? Yes. Sure, I've been listening to it. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. In Memphis, they are. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, what they. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, again, again. Mm, yeah. It's a shame it disagrees, but yeah, I hope they will. Yeah, it was certainly a civil rights. It's certainly a civil rights issue. All that, and yeah, I hope they do. Yeah. Hmm. Mm. Yeah, the guy who had the limousine company for a while. Mm. Right. No, but we know a lot about those times. Hmm. Okay. Well, I would. Well, sure, but for well, my only problem is that what would be the purpose? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. I mm, mm. All right. Okay. All right. I got to go to a break, my friend. But appreciate it. We'll be back.
On News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC celebrating 40 years of comfort. They proudly service the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbyluquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbyluquire.com. License number 84417.
Cold day in progress. Sunshine buys us only low to mid 50s later on this afternoon. Another cold one will drop down to near 30 degrees, upper 20s in some of the outlying areas. 60 on Saturday with more sun and clouds. A nice day. We'll drop down to near 40 Saturday night with an increasingly cloudy sky. Those clouds bring rain. Yeah, rain heavy at times. Maybe stop the thunder, no severe weather, but very wet by Sunday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Nice and quiet this Friday morning. No major problems or accidents. Checking with the surrounding counties, they're clear. Looking at your traffic flow map, everything's moving smoothly. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. The shopping is great at Festival Plaza. Visit the Comic Shop, Montgomery Cardiovascular Health and Fitness Center, and more. Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, or Collier's Managed Development. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
How many miles have you driven past your scheduled auto service checkup? A few hundred or a few thousand? Call Chico's Auto Pros today to schedule a quick service at our Atlanta Highway location.
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino for the midday, and Sean Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it.
Do you have an invention idea but don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp today. We have representatives nationwide who will explain the InventHelp process step by step. Over 10,000 patents have been secured through InventHelp's patent referral services. The InventHelp data bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to review new ideas. We've been helping inventors since 1984. Let's help you next. Get started today.
1-800-217-4380. That's 1-800-217-4380. Again, 1-800-217-4380.
Hey, good morning. You're headed to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I left the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now and earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WIN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WIN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WIN.
Hey, I'm Jody. And I'm Kathy from American Oakenmore.
And the Russian Furniture House.
We would like to say thank you to everyone in Montgomery, Atauga, and Elmore County for voting us your #1 furniture store in the 2022 Reader's Choice Award. It has never stopped us. And if you remember to check us out on Facebook where we post all of our new items.
Hey, y'all. I'm Cody.
Carson. Oh, we would like to say thank you. Everyone in Atauga, Elmore, and Montgomery County. Voting us the #1 furniture store in the 2022 Reader's Choice Award.
Never stop looking for?
Y'all come see it.
Stop looking fast.
Y'all come back here. Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep. Thank you again. More voice back.
#1 furniture store.
I need you right away. My closet's leaking, there's water on the floor. Can't take it one more day. Come fix my home, you badly. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right. You badly won't please fix my home. Come fix my home, you badly. Come fix my home. I know you won't delay. For one flat rate price, I know it will be right.
Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Okay, I've yet to get to my main point here, which is Lee High School yesterday, but I'll get to that hopefully one of these before this is over. The video that I saw was absolutely atrocious, and I don't blame the kids. Really, I don't. Kids will do what kids will do. I blame the civilian, the leadership of that school. Okay, what I saw and I'm looking at all these kids fighting. Not one grown person is in the room, not one. And I'm saying, so what's that all about? What are grown folk? Is everybody scared to stop? If somebody killed somebody yesterday, then we'd all been sitting around talking, we should have did this and we should have did that. But no grown person. I mean, I've seen people. As a matter of fact, some of those people should go to jail right now for assault and battery for the things that I saw yesterday. It is absolutely amazing. the school system, the Board of Education, somebody, okay, need to do something about the atmosphere in this school because it's not at all schools. It's not at all schools. The magnet schools don't have this problem. Okay, they don't. Private schools don't really have this problem. And I know a couple of kids, but it's not the kids. Kids do what kids do. I expect grown people to be in charge, and I'm not seeing that at Lee High School. It is time for a new principal. Okay, it's time for a new one. It was insulting, it was dangerous, and I mean what I saw. The superintendent of our school system, Dr. Brown, whatever his name is, he needs to fire that principal. Okay, they need leadership over there. It was a shame and a disgrace what I had to witness. My child goes to that school. Okay, shame and a disgrace what happens over there. Somebody needs their ass fired. Okay, somebody needs not to have a job this morning, and a couple of those kids need to be in jail. Okay, out at Mount Meigs, someplace. No wonder nobody wants to go to public school hardly anymore. I mean, I could not believe what I saw. It was like a riot. And it's my understanding they had at least 6, 7 fights going on at the same time. But what I saw, the assaults that I saw on those kids by other kids yesterday is criminal. And I truly hope that somebody gives the police this video that I got, and they need to start arresting people in that school. They need to spend some time in jail for what they were doing yesterday. Okay, and I know what, if they'd beat my kid that way, I would have been in jail. Okay, I mean, it's a shame and a disgrace. Where in the hell is the Board of Education? Okay, where are they? Why is there no discipline in that school? Okay, I don't understand this. We paid all this money for superintendents, all this money. I mean, and it looked like a damn jungle in there yesterday. Right? I mean, it's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's not even the third time since school started. So every member of that Board of Education need to meet at that school and present them with a new principal. Okay, seriously, it doesn't even change. Okay, every child has a right to be able to go to school in an environment that is conducive to learning. And again, I'm not blaming kids. Kids are crazy. Kids do stupid things. I am blaming the leadership of Lee High School. We need a new principal. Do you know how much temerity, how much big cojones you got to have in order to sit there and participate in that ruckus that they had at that school yesterday? Every couple of weeks now, every month or so, there's something. They need a new principal. Okay? I don't care if it's his fault or not. Leadership is where all of this starts, and it's where it all ends. Somebody is going to get killed over there. My child, after this year, will not be in Montgomery Public Schools. I don't care what I got to do. Sit on the corner, whatever, with a cup. He will not be there anymore after this. This is crazy. Unless a whole lot of things change, new leadership, new everything. I got the Air Force people, we got RTC program over there and all that stuff. I mean, and I went over there and people just looking like, well, this is just normal. Really? I am calling for either the resignation or the reassignment of the principal and the majority of leadership at that school. If you guys cannot run it, let's put somebody over there that can run it. Okay? That's what we need to do. All right? I'm just telling you. If you guys were to see what I saw yesterday, you would think it was a prison riot. Okay? You would think it was a prison riot at the school yesterday. Good morning. Who's this? brother. We we do need a refund. I'm ashamed now that I went out and supported this tax thing, pay more taxes on people's houses for that chaos. No. Yeah. Appreciate it. 860-1440. I don't know how many people knew about this, what was going on over there, but there's a video. Now, what's the name took it down? Meta took it down, but it's a shame and a disgrace what happened at that school. I seriously, Dr. Brown, whatever his name is, we need new leadership at Lee High School. It's the only school that I know of that all year long that always got something going on, a lack of discipline. Okay, I've been whining and whining about it, and all I hear from the staff over there, well, we got to take all the kids from the community. Well, guess what? So does the magnet school. They take kids from the community. There's a standard of leadership that is not there. It's just not there. Okay, I mean seriously. Okay, it's a shame and a disgrace. I mean, I'm calling either get rid of him or get rid of the superintendent, one way or the other. Okay, because if the superintendent does not do something about this, he is not the man for the job in Montgomery. I don't care how long he's been here or how long he hasn't been here. There needs to be a change. Because I promise you, if somebody hurt my child at that regular ass school over there, somebody gonna pay. All right. So we need, and it is not the kids' fault. It is grown people's fault. You're in charge. You're supposed to have discipline. You're the person that's supposed to manage this jungle over there. Okay, and you're not doing it. So kids quite naturally are going to do what kids do. Kids are going to do what kids do. They're going to do anything, okay, anything that they can get away with. They were beating the hell out of kids over there yesterday. The kids were doing it, beating the hell out of them. I'm talking about the room I saw, there had at least to be 30 kids in there. Okay, it's a shame and a disgrace what goes on over there. And it happens every couple months, every couple of weeks over there. Somebody's out of control. And we're going to blame the IEP and the PEI or whatever the hell is, what other excuse they're going to come up with now for why they allow kids in that school to act that way. That's why we have virtual learning. But some of those kids, I hope they find the video. Some of them need to go to jail this morning. That's right. Maybe not grown folks jail, but they need to go to kid jail, Mount Meigs. Okay, right now. The police should be at their house right now. The things I saw. I thought I was watching a wrestling match on WWE. I mean, they were absolutely wild. I didn't even see one grown-up in the room. Not even one. Somebody could have been seriously, and I'm not sure that somebody was not seriously hurt yesterday. The way they were wailing on these kids. I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame. Somebody had a bunch of, and listen. If you're gonna be a hellraiser in school, don't have the funny colored hair so everybody can pick you out. Because I saw what I saw. Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We need new leadership at Lee High School. We don't have a PTA over there because that way okay. We need new leadership. I'm sorry. I'm tired of the excuses. Okay, I'm just sick of it. We got to take all the kids in the community. So does everybody else. There's no leadership over there. Every time you turn around, there's a fight, there's this, there's that, because the environment at Lee High School right now is not what it needs to be. It's a high school. It's not a place where you learn combat tactics so you can go to war. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Good morning. Yes. They took it down. Meta took it down. They sent it on Facebook. The Facebook people took it down. Well, I didn't know about it until I saw it on my page. And by the time I get home, they took it down already. So I was going down the road. Yeah, yeah. There is no expectation of discipline. I don't care what the parents don't do at home. When you come to school, the school is in charge of you. I don't care what the parents don't do. Send them home. Send these ruffians home. These hoodlums, these thugs. Send them home. Yes, sure they were. Those are grown men. Those are, and again, I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming the kids. I told you that. Well, no, we put you in jail in the middle. Yeah. There sure is, and that's why you end up going to jail and get your money taken from you and put on house arrest, and you can't go no place. Yeah. Okay. I agree, but you do not have to put up with it in school. You can send their butt home or put them over to PACE or put them somewhere where they don't disrupt the learning process for other people. What I saw yesterday was a shame. I agree, but some parents are not good parents, and we make excuses for them. Yeah, yeah. Oh, listen, I'm with you, but they won't do that. They won't do that because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. They won't do that. I mean, they were beating the well in hell out of these kids in that classroom yesterday. And I said, wow. All right. 860-1440 is your number here. You want to give us a call, love to talk to you. Something needs to be done. Good morning. Yeah. 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 Well, I'm only looking at the one classroom. When I went up, I went up there, and they told me that there was about 6 or 7 fights going on. But the one classroom that I saw, and again, I'm not blaming the kids. Kids do what we allow them to do. But I didn't see one grown person in that room where all that ruckus was going. I didn't see nobody trying to stop them. I didn't see anything except a bunch of kids beating the hell out of a bunch of other kids. Who, wait a minute. But let me ask you a question. The environment in a school that would give rise to this kind of insurrection, okay, it has got to be, it's permeated within the system itself. School. There's no, brother, there is no way that I would even attempt to start something like that in the school when I was in school. Nothing like now. Out after school, No, they haven't. We changed. We have diminished the responsibility of these kids by giving them an IEP. Okay, and anything goes now. Oh, we can only put you out 10 days out of a year. Okay, we have infestated our classrooms and our schools with people they're waiting to go to jail. I don't. Right, and this ain't the first time though. Wait, this ain't the first time. I go up there sometimes. They fighting outside. You know, I mean, no, kids have always fought. Right, right. But so why don't we have the same thing at all of our high schools? Why don't we have the same things at Valiant and Cross? Why don't we have the same things at the BTW? Well, because there's an expectation. Why do we have that? The kids are kids. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Kids have always fought. Right. Kids have always fought. Yeah. And that's because we as grown people have allowed that environment to fester. We've allowed it. Yes, we have. Of course we have. We can check every swinging chain in there. Okay. We got thousands of people go through the airports every day and they get checked quickly and concisely. When the last wait a minute. When is the last time that you've heard of an aircraft, somebody being hijacked in an aircraft with a gun? Okay. I, well, we only talk about a high school though. We only talk about that with kids with brains. Yeah. Yeah. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Yeah, it's not just this wasn't just an isolated incident. It happens over there all the time. I gotta take a break, which means that there's a culture there that is not conducive for education. I don't know what the hell is conducive for. Training for WWE. I don't know. We'll be back.
WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by AC by LaQuire. AC by LaQuire is celebrating 40 years of comfort. They've proudly serviced the river region since 1983. Contact them for your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Visit acbylaquire.com for a list of services and offers today. That's acbylaquire.com. License number 84417.
Cold day in progress. Sunshine buys us only low to mid-50s later on this afternoon. Another cold one will drop down to near 30 degrees, upper 20s in some of the outlying areas. 60 on Saturday with more sun and clouds. A nice day. We'll drop down to near 40 Saturday night with an increasingly cloudy sky. Those clouds bring rain. Yeah, rain heavy at times. Maybe thunder, no severe weather, but very wet by Sunday. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Your Friday holds no major problems or accidents. Nothing to send you on an alternate route. Traffic lights are on Flash and Street at Cherry, but outside of that, we are problem free.
Jenny King, the king of queens. How do you and your staff get things done? Teamwork. When a team works together, they can do anything. That's why all of us at Danny King, the king of clean, are excited to team up with you. At Danny King, our team has been working together for over 35 years, cleaning your places for work, education, medical attention, eateries, stadiums, and worship. Let our team help your team. Go to JannyKingCleans.com and trust your clean to the king. That's JannyKingCleans.com. Jenny King, the king of queens.
Did you know that colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in America and that it affects men and women equally? If you are 45 or older, Rumshaker encourages you to talk to your doctor about screening options that are available. Colon cancer is preventable, treatable, and beatable, but early detection is the key. For more information, please visit us at www.rumshakerinc.org. That's rumshakerinc.org.
Hey guys, it's a new year. We pop the champagne, kissed at midnight, and it's time to make a new start. But if you aren't popping like you used to because of erectile dysfunction or low testosterone, maybe your new start should be making a call to Montgomery Men's Health. You see, ED is just a medical condition affecting men of all ages. But the good news is that ED is highly treatable. In fact, the medical experts at Montgomery Men's Health have successfully treated many men, with ED treatments having success rates as high as 90%. And with a variety of ED treatment options, including acoustic wave therapy, they can likely find the right one for you. You might even find your cork is popping like it hasn't in years. Plus, their low-T treatments are highly effective. So many men have experienced life-changing results from increased energy to more productive workouts, feeling more rested, and enjoying a greater sex drive too. So make 2023 the year you get free of ED and low T. Make an appointment. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes a more comprehensive approach, including a testosterone lab panel and a medical consult. Call 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to Montgomery Men's Health.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WIN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WIN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it.
Baby.
It's Metashare. Maybe you've heard switching to Metashare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Metashare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Metashare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
And believe it or not, I do have something else to talk about. This just chaps my grits. 860-1440. Go back to phone, see who's there. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But I hear you. But I've asked him that. Right. Right. Mm, okay. But you have to, right, but it starts in leadership, right? But it still starts at the top. Right. But why is it that not every school that you call? Why is it that their schools are not every school is like this? Because they got standards. Okay. Then you send the kids home to their parents. Okay, but I cannot concern myself if they're gonna get in trouble. I don't care. No. That's what you did. Well, yeah, well, that's what they need. Yeah, yeah, I'm with you. But here's the problem. The Montgomery County, wait a minute, the Montgomery, right. But the Montgomery County School Board, a bunch of women up there, don't want Palin. The state of Alabama says you can do it. So why are we paying them? Yeah, I know. That's an idiot. That's an idiot saying that. Yeah, that's an idiot that's saying. We don't work for them. We don't. Our board don't work for us. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Get you a ticket. That's right. Okay. Hey man, I gotta go. Time's up. We gotta go. Next hour. We'll go. I got something else to talk about too, but yeah, I just think it all starts with leadership. I hear what he's saying. It starts at the top. We don't have leadership. We'll be back.
12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. Alabama representatives have reintroduced a divisive concept bill out of the legislative session. If passed, the bill would ban concepts related to race, religion, sex, and ethnicity from being taught in public classrooms. A similar ban is already in the Alabama School Code, which if passed, this would submit it into law. The man and woman charged in the murder of Lamar Wiggins are back in Alabama in the Lee County Jail. Wiggins is known as Overlacker Jane Doe for 11 years until she was identified last week. Lamar and Ruth Bickerstaff were living in Jacksonville, Florida. Lamar Bickerstaff, the child's father, is charged with murder, and Ruth Bickerstaff, the child's stepmother, is charged with failure to report. Solid Police Chief Kenneth Wolford is now on administrative leave with pay. Under James Perkins says the chief will remain on leave and the previous two. I'm Jasmine Williams, and you your
News Radio 1440, WLWI-AM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Liberty Mutual.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The family of a man who died after an alleged police beating during a traffic stop is calling for calm when body cam video is released later today. Tyree Nichols' mother, Rayvon Wells.
I don't want us burning up our cities, tearing up the streets, because that's not what my son stood for. And if you guys are here for me and Tyree, then you will protest peacefully.
I'm Stacey Lynn. Officials have been preparing the public for the release of the body cam video.
We believe there was no ambiguity in the tape, and I think people will be able to judge for themselves once they see it.
Shelby County, Tennessee District Attorney Steve Mulroy on CBS Mornings.
I don't think on many viewers anyway, there'll be a lot of debate about whether the use of force was justified in this case.
He says he's never seen anything like it.
I have not. No.
5 former officers are charged with second-degree murder. Americans are tightening their purse strings. Consumer spending fell 0.2% in December, slowing down holiday sales to their weakest pace in 2 years. Underlying inflation cooled to its lowest pace since October of 2021. In the Middle East, a back and forth between Israel and Gaza, a day after the deadliest Israeli air raid in more than 2 decades. CBS's Linda Gradstein reports from Jerusalem.
Hamas said the rockets were in retaliation for an Israeli raid into the Jenin refugee camp Thursday that left at least 7 Palestinian militants and 1 civilian dead. The Palestinian Authority said it was cutting off security coordination with Israel.
This is International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Yossi Michael, a teacher from Israel, visited the Auschwitz-Birkenau concentration camp in Poland.
Through discussing the issues of the past and the present, we can go one step further, to reconcile with the past.
An estimated 1.1 million people were killed at Auschwitz before it was liberated by Soviet troops 78 years ago today. Arizona lawmakers are considering a bill that would charge fentanyl dealers with first-degree murder for overdose deaths. Republican State Senator Anthony Kern sponsored the legislation.
That is a Class 1 felony and subject to the death penalty, life imprisonment.
Drivers may need to check for other cars and people behind them the old-fashioned way.
Introducing the all-new Ford Explorer.
Ford is recalling 382,000 late-model Explorers, Lincoln Navigators, Aviators that is, and Lincoln Corsairs because video output can fail and prevent rear-view camera images from displaying. The company reports 17 minor crashes. This is CBS News.
Nobody should have to pay for one-size-fits-all insurance coverage. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
I love working on my cars, but I wish I had more space for my shop.
Give General Steel a call. In business for over 30 years and with over 5,000 five-star customer reviews, General Steel can help with projects ranging from RV storage and garages to churches, workshops, and even major construction for Fortune 500 companies. And all General Steel custom buildings are backed by our 50-year warranty.
But that's got to cost a fortune.
Actually, General Steel buildings are more affordable than other building options. And thanks to our highly efficient construction, you can go from dreaming it to enjoying it in no time.
I need to give the General a call. How do I get more information?
Call 866-96-STEEL or visit mygeneralsteel.com to find out what General Steel can do for your home or business. That's 866-96-STEEL. Our team will answer your questions and offer you a customized quote. Just call 866-967-8335 now or mygeneralsteel.com.
It was on this day 50 years ago the Paris Peace Accords were signed, marking the beginning of the end of the Vietnam War.
In a nationally televised address on January 23rd, President Richard Nixon announced an agreement had been initialed that day and would be signed in the next few days. We shall continue to aid South Vietnam within the terms of the agreement, and we shall support efforts for the people of South Vietnam to settle their problems peacefully. Under the agreement, almost 600 American POWs were to be released, and American combat troops would soon leave the country. Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
The New York Times says Joan Didion's personal literary archives and her husband's, John Gregory Dunn's, will take up permanent residence in New York. The public library system there has acquired the late literary couple's manuscripts, photographs, letters, even dinner party lists, and other personal items. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
As you say, as you wish. Yes, whatever you want to say.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministries.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network, so you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of keys. Here's the number you need. 855-51.
Because anybody that had the money's been in there.
Yeah.
And I ain't going after all that.
Yeah.
How's that?
second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas.
And I know it cleans up between, but still.
Yeah,
Pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREONinfo.com.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you
To the fire and I live it forevermore.
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get real money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yep, I get real cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now and earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WIN for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WIN for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WIN.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, I'm back. Good morning, everybody. Our numbers are 860-1440. Want to give us a call to talk to what's on your mind this morning. You already know what's on mine. Hey, I may not be 100% right, but I'm mostly right. Oh yeah. Okay. Now okay. First of all, I'm gonna move on to a different subject here because this one's has been beat to infinitum. I got that part, but it doesn't seem to change anything. So after this year, my child be someplace else. It just doesn't make sense to me that an education system we pay for, we even pay extra for it now. We got to put our kids someplace else, spend more money because for some reason they can't seem to create an environment that is conducive for education unless you go to a magnet school. If you go to a magnet school there, and even in the magnet school, they took the magnet school entry thing down. So, you know, a 2.5 GPA. I mean, hell, who can't get a 2.5? I mean, you know, come on, man. If you're not average, then what are you? You know. So I'm just saying. But anyway, I just, you know, whew, it is just that I'm just absolutely perplexed. Okay. Now don't get me wrong that I'm moving on after I finished it. I'm moving on. Don't get me wrong. I understand that parents have some responsibility in the governance of their children. Their basic responsibility to me when it comes to school is to send them to school prepared for instruction, somewhat disciplined, somewhat available to the teacher to do those things. And I totally concur with that. That's not the issue. The problem I have with the school system is when you get a child that comes to the school unprepared, unwilling to, we give them these diagnoses, which may or may not be legitimate, and then we allow them to poison the environment for everyone else. We have online schooling now. We got what do we have? We got all kinds of things. We got first grade. I don't know if we got first grade, but if you're in high school, you can online school now. You don't have to show up in the classroom at all. Didn't we see that during the pandemic? So I don't not know why it should be incumbent upon the school system. If you get a bunch of thugs and hooligans in there, like I saw yesterday fighting, make them go home, give them their little Chromebook, and tell them be here at this time. Because you have been suspended to home. Okay, to home. You have to be, your lesson will come virtually. Okay, you are no longer the rest of this year, the rest of this month, whatever the case may be allowed in the classroom until your parents come by and with an essay of why you shouldn't be a butthole in class. Okay, I'm just saying that's just my. So I'm all for it. You don't have to send them to punishment school. Make them do it at home. And if a parent can't keep his child disciplined at home, then let him tear up their house. Okay. And ladies and gentlemen, let's just face it, we're not going to save everybody. We're not going to save everybody. There's some kids that are going to be lost to this thing called life. They're not gonna, like they've always have been, and there always will be. The prodigal son had everything. Had a good inheritance coming. He was ready to go. His father even gave him his inheritance before he was supposed to. But yet and still, prodigal son left and found himself back home. So I'm just saying, there are alternatives here to the bringing people in school, and you can still get the money, school system. Anyway, 860-1414 number here before I get to my next subject, which after this segment of calls, I will. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, and no matter how much money they seem to get, they seem to want more all the time. So I don't. Nope, it isn't. Nope, it is not. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That, and that's why I voted for her. That's why I voted for her again this year. Yeah. Nope. And now we have been seeing this for some time now. So we have evidence. We have the statistics to show no matter how much money they want. The issue in public school is control. And while our grown people will not control that environment, I'm absolutely stupefied. I do not know why, but they won't. I'm scared of. Okay, Shamika, I guess, come up there, or Bubba Joe, or Billy Joe, or whoever the hell come up there. I'm trying to figure out who the hell's in charge. You know, but hey, that's where it goes. Yes. Well, it looked that way yesterday. I mean, it looked that way yesterday. I mean, it looked that way yesterday. I'll just tell you, it really looked that way. Um, anyway, okay. Yes, yes. Anyway, let me see who's. Anyway, I'll see if I can find out who the board member for that school is. All right. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try to be done with this thing, and we're just gonna go on to something else because I know I'm not gonna change it here on the radio, but I can certainly change it by pulling my kid out of there. That we can change it that way. Okay, and then hey, let it go to hell in the handbasket. Whatever. We'll be back.
I Watch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. Jackson Hewitt gets you your biggest tax refund guaranteed, plus a chance to double your refund or win weekly prizes with their Double Your Refund sweepstakes. File your taxes on the double. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Ends 4/2/23.
Good morning, Montgomery. We've got some things going on now, so please use caution. 7700 block of Vaughn Road, that's just before Taylor. Got a car went under an 18-wheeler, so avoid that area. 85 northbound on the ramp to Taylor Road. Algo's reporting an accident there. A minor crash, Highway 111 at Atkin Road in Elmore County. So please be careful in all those areas and keep listening. We'll keep you posted. High school students get a jump start on your college career with a dual enrollment at Trinity State. Scholarship opportunities are available. Call Trinity State. Today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on old ball tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. For all your tire needs, Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510.
Your morning espresso starts right here. It's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Eric Swalwell is calling Adam Schiff his fearless leader. He pointed to the steadfast resolve held by himself and Adam Schiff as the main motivation of the House Speaker for rejecting the nomination. That's not it. Eric Swalwell couldn't get a simple clearance by the FBI if he needed one in the private sector. So how does he get to sit on the all-important Intel Committee with the information that is disclosed in there is not even shared with other members of Congress? The White House says Schiff and Swalwell, they bring expertise to the Intel Committee. Not exactly, because they've leaked classified information and they've lied about what they've seen in committee.
The Sean Hannity Show, from coast to coast, later today.
This is an important notice to consumers facing $10,000 or more in credit card debt, medical bills, or other unsecured debt. You may not be required to pay it all back because there are special programs now in effect that will significantly reduce the amount you will owe if you qualify. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. These programs, which the credit card companies like to keep secret, exist to aid American consumers struggling with overwhelming credit card debt by offering tremendous savings and real debt relief. Accredited Debt Relief has established a special hotline for you to call and learn what savings you qualify for. They've helped qualify consumers with over $1 billion in debt and are A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. So don't wait. Get the relief you need during these hard economic times. For this free information, call the Accredited Debt Relief Hotline now. Call 800-885-5700. 800-885-5700. That's 800-885-5700.
Happy New Year. Eric Cresswell here from Tallahassee Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, and I want to invite you to our Start Something New sales event. Right now, you can save big on remaining stock of Wranglers and Durangos with lots of incentives to choose from. We're taking orders for 2023 models, so it's a perfect time to order exactly what you want. Just stop in and let us look at your trade. We can run the numbers that will guarantee your trade value for the car of your dreams arrives. Drive a little, save a lot. TallahassieAuto.com. Start Something New sales event ends January 31st.
Hey, folks.
I know you're a busy person, and I'm calling you from my cell phone, so don't be shocked. This is Kevin Elkins. Do you know what happened at Lee yesterday? Oh, really? They were fighting like dogs and cats up there yesterday, and if you ever see if you can get the video, somebody need to go to jail. In those rooms, there was not one grown person in the room. Somebody sent a video out. And my child goes to that school, and I'm pretty ticked. Every couple of weeks, there's a fight up there. Somebody needs. Yeah. Yeah.
And your insurance even pays for annual visits to a podiatrist to better your health. No referral
Okay.
necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there.
I'm on the radio.
Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for
Yeah. But I got you on my cell phone. You on my cell phone. I don't. Mm-hmm.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan
Well,
Bongino
okay.
Show, weekdays from 11
Okay.
to 2.
Well, let me call you back. I gotta get back on the air. But we gonna talk about this. So we're gonna talk about this because I'm ready to take my child out of there right now. Okay. All right. See you. Okay, we're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I shouldn't have called it right there. What happened to my music over there? Come on, man. What's going on with the music? Okay, I don't know what happened to it. Anyway, something happened to it. I was playing. Let's go back to phone, see who's there. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. No. I got to. Wait a minute. Somebody sent me the video of what was. Yeah, and then I went up there, but by that time though, everybody was outside, licking their wounds and all that stuff. So yeah, I would have broke it up, But yeah, what was that? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Well, I'm surprised that the people in the school system they don't know what happened. I'm surprised. Yeah. We didn't. Yeah. We'd have known. Yeah. All right then. Anyway, now we gonna actually talk about something else here for a minute. For a minute, the the state legislature. I'll get to the school thing next week again because I wear myself out on that particular subject. It doesn't seem to really do any good. So, you know, okay, I know. At least I know who the. I know who the. I'm not holding her responsible. She don't know what happened over there. But I just got off the phone with her a couple minutes ago. So hopefully they will do an investigation in this thing, and we'll call it. In Memphis, Tennessee, 5 black police officers, of course, were responsible for the death of the man after beating the holy crap out of him. And again, it does seem that if a white guy hurts one of our citizens, we all upset about it, and all of a sudden we don't seem to be that upset no more when it's black folks. But hopefully, those folks will get that. One more thing, the sexual assault accuser uh, responded to the Perry Hooper lawsuit. The woman who filed then later asked that a sex assault charge be dropped against former Alabama lawmaker, who was subsequently indicted, released a statement yesterday after he filed a suit against the city of Montgomery and its police department. In early December, Montgomery County judge dismissed the sex abuse charge against Perry Hooper. Afterward, Hooper released a statement offering his sincerest apologies to the woman, who publicly identified herself as Elizabeth Daly. Daly reacted to the suit Thursday, saying that she was heartbroken and horrified at the latest developments. Nothing she had agreed to, noting she had agreed to drop the charge if Hooper would offer a public apology and take responsibility for his actions. Hooper now says he was set up by members of the police department and his political enemies, and his legal counsel pointing to a piece of video as proof he didn't commit a crime. Daly says the video in its entirety, which is more than 2.2 seconds, tells a powerful story of sexual assault as a crime of opportunity, ownership, and degradation. Daly's full statement reads, "This is my first time to speak out in response to the events described in Mr. Hooper's court filing. In my own words, a 32-year-old woman, I, alone with my belief, continue to evolve as we all do through our lives. However, I do not know or believe one thing for certain. We are all worthy of redemption. The opportunity not just for new roots, but a new soil. It was personal conviction that led me without any pressure to do so to seek and offer an alternative route of justice for myself and Mr. Hooper following the August evening where I was sexually assaulted while performing my duties as a host. In the seeking of this justice, my justice, I did not request nor did I receive any monetary compensation." Okay, I believe it. Listen, I mean, that's what you say. I believe it. Okay, no. Okay. The layers of emotion a victim carries are complex. And while our justice system offers healing to some, I believe in a healing balm of sincere atonement, and the act of forgiveness would achieve redemption, as well as save me the additional turmoil of a trial that would have further disrupted my path of healing. Wow. I communicated my wish certain to the grand jury and district attorney, where I went of my own free will, only accompanied by my trusted female attorney, not my mother, regarding the true burden carried day in and day out as a victim of sexual assault. Okay, I guess we have redefined what sexual assault is nowadays, but okay. Anyway, that's some of her stuff. I don't want to read the whole thing. She said, "I've been in a long, slow process of healing." Okay. But most importantly, I am outraged as a victim, a woman, and a human being that in the year 2023, we are still getting sexual assault so wrong that a video of a woman being assaulted is classified as laughable. Sexual assault victims and women and true men everywhere must now grapple with the knowledge that a man or anyone assuming ownership over another's body for any length of time, even if it was just for 2 seconds, it is an event to place in the comedy genre. This is a disgusting low point and is irresponsibly glorifying rape, culture, and misogyny. Okay then. Okay then. All right then. Well, I got it. I got it. I'm with it. Maybe. Good morning. Doing fine. Well, she said she hoped they didn't do that. Now she said, hmm. Well, I don't have. I mean, that is a pretty dumb question, but yes, uh, I, mm. Well, maybe he's working on. Again, listen. I can only go by what they say they want to do. But if you don't have discipline, of course I do. Yeah. Yes. Well, because I thought, as most people think, I, again, 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 I thought that public school, that we all pay for should give the same consideration, and they should give the same education that a private school does. Because the boy went to private school for 9 years. Okay, I'm just saying. So now, okay. Well, listen, nobody can hear you, so yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to take them out if I don't get some satisfaction immediately. Hey, it is always good to talk to you. And if you believe you believe that. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. If you want to give us a call, we'd be most appreciative. Now, the next thing that is on my list this morning that I probably won't have time to finish, but is this new law that they are trying to pass in the Alabama legislature. Okay. So, and one more thing. There seems to be, the rumor has it, rumor mill got to me yesterday. Rumor mill has it that there are some people who are not satisfied with Judge Hardwick as the presiding judge over that circuit. And there's possibly a coup festering to try to have him replaced as the presiding judge. Now, I don't know how much truth there is to that, but I know Judge Hardwick, and he's a fair man. So I don't know why somebody would want to ambush a brother like that, but evidently they are trying to do that. So as long as I'm on his side, he'll be all right. Okay, I'm just saying. So leave Judge Hardwick alone. He's a fair man, and we all have to live together, but we don't have to agree with one another. Okay. All right, I'm just saying, leave Judge Hardwick alone. All right, I'm just saying, just leave the man alone. Doing a good job. I know he's a fair man. I went in front of him a couple of times. I didn't understand his reasoning at that particular moment, but he did take the time to explain to me why it was what it was, and I agreed with him. Okay, so also want to give some credit to MPD. They took, I guess they arrested 22 people recently and got 36 firearms off the street. So at least those firearms won't be killing anybody. At least we hope not anyway. Okay. Now, the last subject of the day is this one. This is the last subject of the day. The Alabama representative that introduced a divisive concepts bill, which is what Dr. White was talking about the other day. The legislation concepts related to race, religion, sex, and ethnicity from being taught in public classrooms. A similar ban is already in the Alabama school code, and this would submit it into law. Well, I've seen a lot of laws come and go. I've seen a lot of them. This has got to be the most intellectually devoid, the stupidest law that I've ever seen. So we don't, and I'll come back with some rationale behind that. We don't want people in a school environment where you're supposed to be taught to think, taught logic and reason. We don't want you by law not to talk about it. Well, let me tell you what's coming next. Let me see this real quick, then I go to my break. Good morning, who's this? All right, then. So, when we come back, we'll talk about the next thing that is going to happen if this thing becomes law. We'll be back.
A first alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing is committed to quality and printing perfect every time. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more. Offer ends $225. See staples.com/store/printpick for details. Try Staples and see the difference.
Cold day in progress. Sunshine buys us only low to mid 50s later on this afternoon. Another cold one will drop down to near 30 degrees, upper 20s in some of the outlying areas. 60 on Saturday with more sun than clouds. A nice day. We'll drop down to your 40s Saturday night with an increasingly cloudy sky. Those clouds bring rain. Yeah, rain heavy at times. Maybe some clouds and thunder, no severe weather, but very wet on Sunday. That's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Got a couple of things going on. Please use caution. 65 southbound, just past the 143 interchange coming out of Millbrook. Got a minor accident there reported by Algo here about 15 minutes ago, so be prepared for that if you're heading southbound. Also, 85 northbound there on the ramp to Taylor Road. Minor accident reported there about a half hour ago, so please use caution if you're heading in either one of those directions. Finishing up the accident, 7700 block of Vaughn Road. New Toyotas are arriving daily at Reinhardt
with the
Toyota.
environment,
There's never been
noise
a
in
better
the
time to get
classroom,
that Toyota you've always wanted.
undisciplined
Reinhardt Toyota
students,
on the East Boulevard.
as
Buckle up,
well
it's
as
the law
the
for Montgomery
administrators
Skywatch traffic.
of
This
that
is major
school
delay.
don't seem to have a clue about
So
leadership.
beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. We make sure potential customers can easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost, online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Good morning, Alabama. How'd you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Boys Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We will take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak Flooring. Hey folks, it's Jody.
And Cozy from the Rustic Outlet at American Oak and more.
Our new warehouse is getting closer to being ready. This means we have inventory that has to go.
We would rather discount it and sell it than move it.
Many items have an additional 25% off already low outlet prices.
Tables, chairs, benches,
Bar stools,
consoles,
bedroom suites,
occasional tables,
TV consoles,
armoires,
jewelry chests,
additional 25% off.
in stock, ready for immediate pickup or have it delivered.
You're like most Americans. You can see things are out of control. Global problems have local consequences. Too many of them. And if the next news headline spins us into chaos, you better be ready. Grocery store supply chains are only as strong as their weakest link. Don't wait for them to break. Today is the day to secure emergency food for everyone in your family. My Patriot Supply is America's largest preparedness company. Our specially packaged and delicious food stays fresh for up to 25 years in storage. It'll be there when you need it. Go to mypatriotsupply.com and pick up several emergency food kits. There are a dozen different sizes that average over 2,000 calories per day. As we all know, calories equals energy equals survival. And as you'd expect from a true preparedness company, our food kits are in stock and ship quickly. Those who know what's coming are preparing today. Go to mypatriotsupply.com. mypatriotsupply.com.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back, 8:40 in the morning. Okay, so the legislators, they do not want, how do they put it, these concepts, divisive concepts. Now, I want you to, what they consider divisive concepts, that any race, color, religion, sex, ethnicity, or national origin is inherently superior or inferior. I agree with that. That individuals should be discriminated against or adversely treated solely because of their race, their color, their religion, their sex, their ethnicity, or national origin. And we already got laws to cover that. That the individual moral character of an individual is solely determined by his or her race, color, religion, sex, ethnicity, or national origin. That solely by the virtue of the individual's race, color, religion, sex, ethnicity, or national origin, the individual is inherently racist, sexist, or oppressive, whether consciously or subconsciously. That individuals, by virtue of their race, color, religion, sex, ethnicity, or national origin, are inherently responsible for the actions committed in the past by other members of the same race, color, religion, sex, ethnicity, or national origin. The fault, blame, or bias should be assigned that fault or blame should be assigned to race, color, religion, sex, ethnicity, or national origin, or to members of a race, color, religion, sex, or ethnicity, or national origin solely on the basis of color, religion, sex, okay, sexual, sex, like in gender, okay? That any, lastly but not leastly, that any individual should be asked to accept, acknowledge, affirm, or assent to a sense of guilt, complicity, or a need to apologize solely on the base of his or her race, color, religion, sex, ethnicity, or national origin. Basically, it is designed to protect kids and teachers. We're trying to enhance the classroom experience without letting all these influences of the past couple of years interfere with that education, said Oliver. Just a woke ideology. The drafted bill does not have specifics, but Oliver said this bill is not an attack on Black history. It is bipartisan, nationwide, he said. And I personally, well, we'll get to that in a second. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Well, I yeah. Well, the big, the biggest flaw in this law is that I guess you got to close all the churches down. But I guess if you got to, yeah. Mhm. Now, I personally, fundamentally, don't find any languages in this thing as 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 a problem with me. I think the concepts here, the what they're trying to do here is okay. But to submit it, yeah. Yeah, yeah. That's, yeah, yeah. Okay then. I guess that's how you really feel about that. So we can again. I really I really don't have a problem with the theoretical application of this. I got a problem though having it codified in law. I think sometimes you need examples of things in order to make a point. Um, if we, I think if we took the word race out and said culture, a particular culture at a certain time, these things happen and it was culturally acceptable. Okay. But I don't think legislators ought to get involved in the exercise of free speech and the presentation thereof. I think if the school says, well, I think there's an appropriate age in order to teach these things. I do believe that. But I don't know I don't know if the legislature should get involved in telling school systems what they can and cannot teach. I just that's a dangerous slope to me. Uh, when so if I'm a legislator and I'm visiting the school and I'm seeing they teaching it about dinosaurs, but I don't believe there ever was a dinosaur. That are we gonna say we can't talk about that now? Did we really go on the moon? I don't know. I ain't seen no real proof of that. I mean, I saw a picture of it. I'm not sure. Can we not say that? I don't know. I think sometimes this is a law. I hope it doesn't pass because the unintended consequences of laws like this with a bunch of ambiguity attached to them is dangerous to our republic. Okay, dangerous to our republic. If you can't tell me that I can't talk about such things, but the KKK has a right, which I think they do, to march down the street. The any other group that we don't like have a right to have their voices heard. You don't have to listen, but I think they got. I think they have a right to have their voices heard. So what say you? 860-1440. Should we get into the business of what's that word? Is that macro or micromanaging the subjects in public school? I'm gonna leave that to the educators. They may be good at that. Now, some of them are certainly not good at running school systems, but I guess they could, since they do a lot of reading, I guess they could figure out what they need to be taught. I'm getting to the point now. I think the only thing worth anything in school is math. You know, I'm really beginning to believe that. I don't think nothing in school is nothing taught in school now is worth anything but mathematics, because mathematics are not prejudice. Mathematics there's no ambiguity. It is what it is. 1 plus 1 equals 2, or it could be 11. I'm just saying, it depends on how you write it on a piece of paper. But the basic fundamental tenets of math are almost perfect. It's the only true science I think that there really is. You know what I mean? But anyway, so much for that. Okay, what else? Am I doing it? Am I doing anything else? Now, if you want to know who the representative on the school board for Claire Will was the representative, but it's now someone named Portis. You can go to the website and find. I think they may have a number or email address for her or something like that. But she is the new representative for now. My representative is Dr. Keith. But for some reason, they thought they didn't want to give Dr. Keith any high schools. I guess she thought she was going to go in there and tell them they need some discipline to be led. So I guess they didn't want to do that. But I guess they didn't. But Portis is the representative on the school board for Lee High School. Need to call it. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. Mm-hmm. Miss Trout, it's yeah. All right, appreciate it. I think anybody can do it. Again, I'm not blaming the kids. I'm not. Listen, if I was in school and they let me do damn near anything I wanted to do, I'd do it too. I'm not blaming the kids. We're not blaming the kids. We're blaming leadership. I think they need a new principal. I just think they need a new principal. It's too much. Too many things going on at that school. And if it's not that bad everywhere, it's just not that bad everywhere. I mean, at least I haven't heard it. I haven't heard about it, and maybe because I don't have any kids going to them other schools, maybe I don't pay them much attention. But I haven't heard things going on at too many schools. I mean, they're always going to have issues. Anytime you have human beings involved in anything, there's going to be issues. Leadership has always been and always will be the catalyst for discipline and change. And one more thing, and I just got to see if I'm totally wrong on this. I understand that discipline starts at home. That's cool. It sounds good. I'm with you. Hey, it sounds really good. I'm buying it. But all parents are not good parents. All parents are not disciplinarians. They're just not that way. We got these stupid commercials on TV now. Tell me, don't spank your kid because all that'll do was lead to more anger. Then bring it on. Okay, I got a boy that's 31 years old. I put the wood on him. Okay, so bring on, and I'll see what else I can do for you. Bring it on. Okay, see, idiots like Dr. Spock and these fools that put out this commercial on TV talking about don't spank your kids. Those are idiots. Okay, those are idiots that are trying to justify their PhD. Okay, it always has worked. I didn't say beating your kids to death, but a piece of wood and discipline has always helped. Always helped. Okay. So this thing about no paddling, no. Now the state of Alabama said you can use the wood. It says that. It's in the law. But the county of Montgomery said, well, we don't want you to spank them. Okay then. Well, let me tell you a place where you're going to get spanked whether you like it or not, whether you have discipline or not. When they send you to jail, your parents can't help you. Any complaints you have won't help you. And if the good Lord had his hands on you, you may walk out of there alive. But there's a good chance you're going to be injured and killed in Alabama prison, whether or not you get the death penalty or not. Okay? So you either learn it out here or you learn it in there. But somebody is going to teach you discipline. Okay? Somebody is going to teach your child some discipline. So if it is not you, if it is not the school, then it's going to be his buddies in a white suit in prison. Somebody is going to teach you about discipline. Okay, that's all I can tell you. Good morning. Who's this? Okay. See, that's why I don't see you. You're not going to say much. I'm not going to let you. Okay, one call per show, Mr. Unless I got a guest. Okay, then I'm good. But again, some of these people don't believe in God. Okay, so I don't know how to reach them, but He can reach them. So we don't worry about that one. But again, so I don't know why it is such a problem teaching, displaying discipline in Lee High School. I don't know why. Why it's just a problem of doing that. But all I know is this is the last year my child's going to be in there. If there's not a new principal, new somebody, a new attitude, a new culture in that school, he will never step foot in another public school after this year. We got a couple months to go, and we gonna say, woo! Hopefully, we'll say we made it out of that. But I'm tired of fighting this battle because evidently, politically, I'm just not politically correct. I don't understand when a child walks in school, and this is the part I do not understand that we can't seem to get the concept of this. When a child walks on your school ground, he is no longer the parent's responsibility. For those 7 or 8 hours, he is the responsibility of the school. They have the legal right to perform discipline, not horrid discipline, but they got the right to do that according to the state law. Now Montgomery said, now we'll let you bring a cell phone to class, but we won't put the wood on you if you misuse the cell phone. So, but kids become the property temporarily of the school system, and that school system actually retains parental rights while they're in the care of that school. And that means either to discipline, to teach, or whatever is necessary in that environment. But for some reason, we won't pay attention to loco parentis, which means in place of the parents. Good morning, who's this? Yeah, I hear you. I got to get my caller ID on here again so I can say who's calling. That way I can call them back. Anyway, that's my story for today. You can agree or disagree with me anytime you want to. You can text me 241-9998 as my number. 334-241-9998 is my text number. Or you can email me, elkman, ELKMAN 0557, elkman0557 at Gmail. Okay. So you can send me. Also, we're looking for some new lessons of life. If you have some, send them to my email address, and we certainly will. Take your up on your offer there and use it, because there are many people. There are many things that we can learn from each other. One more call. I'm gonna call it a day. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. All right, bro. Hey, appreciate it. We gotta go. See ya. To Monday, we get Lord says to say, absolutely, it's the truth. Bye.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams of WXFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. Alabama representatives have reintroduced a divisive concepts bill ahead of the legislative session. If passed, the bill would ban concepts related to race, religion, sex, and ethnicity from being taught in public classrooms. A similar ban is already in the Alabama school code, and if passed, this would submit it into law. The man and woman charged in the murder of Amore Wiggins are back in Alabama in the Lee County Jail. Wiggins is known as Opelika Jane Doe for 11 years until she was identified last week. Lamar and Ruth Bickerstaff were living in Jacksonville, Florida. Lamar Bickerstaff, the child's father, is charged with murder, and Ruth Bickerstaff, the child's stepmother, is charged with failure to divorce. Selma Police Chief Kenneth Fulford is now on administrative leave with pay. Mayor James Perkins says the chief will remain on leave pending